Chaos in Congress. Find out why the House of Representatives is now without a leader.
Applying for federal student aid? Well, there is a whole new process.
Hospitals could be short-staffed tomorrow as Kaiser healthcare workers are preparing to hit the picket line.
Annenberg TV News is next.
Chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
That was Congressman Patrick McHenry announcing the removal of House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Hi, I'm Cheyenne Dixon.
And I'm Aiden Williams. Our political reporter Michael Mellinger has been following the story and joins us with more.
Cheyenne, Aiden, thank you guys so much. Absolutely historic day coming out of Capitol Hill right now. Representative Kevin McCarthy out as Speaker of the House of Representatives. His reaction to it all coming just a moment ago.
I believe I can continue to fight, maybe in a different manner. I will not run for Speaker again. I'll have the conference pick somebody else. I hope you realize that every day I did the job, regardless whether you underestimated me or not, I wanted to do it with a smile.
McCarthy today being removed by a vote of 216 to 210. No Democrats coming to save McCarthy, and several Republicans joining Representative Matt Gaetz in the effort to remove the Speaker. The motion comes after Congress narrowly avoided a government shutdown last weekend. Representative Gaetz first introducing the motion to remove the Speaker on Monday. Several members of Congress speaking out about McCarthy after the vote.
In the moment on the floor when it was all over, I mean, it was as though a bomb had gone off in the room. Nobody knew what was next.
And I just, that is the consequence of that behavior. And I want the American people to trust the Speaker. When the Speaker makes a promise to either side of the aisle, they ought to keep it.
I think there was a stage of denial, and I've certainly experienced a good amount of their anger, and now we appear to be headed toward bargaining. I think the world of Steve Scalise. I think he'd make a phenomenal speaker.
I was a little bit distraught with what happened, but I have to respect what the other members of Congress who decided to vote against Mr. McCarthy have to do, because that is the way democracy works.
And look, a couple of Congress people there, but later today I sat down one-on-one with Congressperson Jimmy Gomez, who represents the 34th District of California, neighboring USC. We talked about the ouster and the House Speaker and how the Democratic Party plans to move forward.
It was a historic day, but it also shows that the Republican conference is in disarray. It's a MAGA versus MAGA. It's a situation where they're battling out on who's going to control their party. Set up this exact moment by cutting deals and that empowered his most right-wing extremist wing of his party, be unified behind Hakeem Jeffries, and then try to see if we can get any Republicans to come and join us. That probably won't happen, but that we're basically we are standing up for our constituents and for our values.
And look, Congressman Gomez and Democrats will caucus tomorrow morning around 9 a.m., reports say. Reports also trickling in that the Speaker's vote will be held next Wednesday, and we will definitely be watching that all unfold. Cheyenne, Aiden, back to you guys.
Tens of thousands of Kaiser Permanente workers in California and other states plan to go on a 3-day strike starting tomorrow. We talked with Kaiser nurses about the possibility of a walkout.
We have a lot of overworked nurses, and a lot of nurses are leaving the profession. And, inadequate staff leads to more injuries on our part because we have to do the job by ourselves.
Annenberg Media reporter Jose Romo is live at Kaiser Permanente Hospital a few miles from campus. Jose, what can you tell us?
That's right. Union workers are expected to join into this protest the next few days after failing to have adequate working conditions. They are expected to join this protest with the next few days coming up. Yeah, licensed vocational nurses, pharmacy workers, and radiology technicians are expected to participate after expressing concern that Kaiser has failed to keep adequate staffing levels. The union accused Kaiser of cutting performance bonuses, failing to protect employees from subcontracting, and offering wages that fail to keep up with inflation. Their worker contract expired this last Saturday, with negotiations taking place over the weekend. The strike is set to go from Wednesday to Friday of this week, becoming then the longest health-related worker strike in U.S. history, and over 75,000 workers are expected to join into the strike around nationwide, with more than 90% of them being in California. Kaiser released a statement saying they will ensure their emergency rooms remain open along with their pharmacies. However, certain laboratories will have to be closed during the remainder of these next 3 days for this strike. Reporting live here at Kaiser outside at Baldwin Park, I'm Jose Romo.
Thank you, Jose. Now, hot strike summer may be over, but actors are still on strike. The Screen Actors Guild and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers will resume negotiations tomorrow. The two sides met yesterday, but no details were released. Meantime, Netflix says it will raise subscription prices once the actors and studios agree on a new contract.
Big changes are coming to the free application for federal student aids this year. The redesigned FAFSA is expected to launch in December of 2024-2025 school year. The new version will be much shorter and user-friendly, but adjustments could affect financial aid eligibility of current and prospective college students. Current students say it was already a difficult process, and those filling out the forms for the first time should get help.
Try and find someone that has done it and get help, or talk to someone, or look up steps to do it if it's really confusing, because it is really confusing. At least it was for me. And then asking like parents or friends or teachers or stuff like that, counselors, just making sure you ask for help and get what you need so that you can do it correctly.
According to the Department of Education, the new FAFSA will expand eligibility for federal student aids in a more streamlined application process. Changes that could negatively affect students and include getting rid of the discount for families with more than one child in college and the divorced parents' report income. The FAFSA historically has been available by October 1st. Some educators worry the delay until December could impact financial awards to millions of students.
Now looking at national politics, new California Senator LaFonza Butler made history today and stirred up controversy. California's second black U.S. Senator was sworn in today by the state's first black U.S. Senator, Vice President Kamala Harris. Butler has been the president of the nation's largest resource for women in politics, Emily's List.
She's the best choice, and I could not be more blessed. This was important to me, and that's why I didn't listen to all those fancy pundits that said, it's unbecoming. Why would he say publicly he would appoint African? Well, why? Because that's what representation matters. That's why. And what are you suggesting? There are not enough qualified people? I'm more insulted by that.
Governor Gavin Newsom angered some Democrats running for California's Senate seat when he said it's okay with him if Butler wants to join the race. The three Democratic members of Congress running for Dianne Feinstein's seat are Barbara Lee of Oakland, Katie Porter of Irvine, and Adam Schiff of Burbank. Butler is the first openly LGBTQ person to serve in Congress.
Today was the second day of the civil fraud trial against Donald Trump. The former president verbally attacked both the judge and attorney general before entering the courtroom. Trump has called the attorney general racist, corrupt, and a fraud, and said the judge is a biased far-left Democrat. The judge issued a limited gag order to stop posts about court staff after Trump released the clerk's personal information on the platform Truth Social. USC's director of the Center for Political Future says this case could have a major impact on Trump's possessions.
Well, the business licenses have already been revoked by the judge. The question now is whether or not some of his properties will be put into receivership, whether they'll have to be sold. All of that will be determined by the outcome of this trial.
Charges against Trump include fraud, falsifying business records, issuing false financial statements, and conspiracy. Trump told reporters he will take the witness stand, quote, at the appropriate time. Trump is on the witness list for the New York Attorney General and his own defense team.
Check your phones tomorrow. FEMA will be conducting a nationwide emergency alert system test that will go off at 11:20 Pacific Standard Time. The test will last for about 30 minutes. All wireless cell phones will receive the test message, accompanied by a sound and vibration similar to that of an Amber Alert. Regular television and radio programming will also be disrupted for 1 minute, airing the test message.
Anytime you do a test, you typically learn things from it. So the idea is to also get people used to the fact that if they hear or see this alert happening, that they need to stop what they're doing and pay attention, so that people become conditioned to understand that this is the way we're going to push out information.
FEMA says no personal data will be collected from devices during the test process and is urging users to keep phones turned on and off airplane mode. A new housing development in Culver City is causing controversy.
$9 million was granted to the Latino theater across the country. Stay tuned to find out what the LA theater plans to do with the money. Sit tight and buckle up, because one Viterbi student is taking us on a ride. All that and more coming up.
Fushigi!
Fushigi, I don't know what it is, but it's the coolest thing ever, and I can do it.
Hi, I'm Tim Goey, and this is Fushigi. We're gonna show you how to unlock the secrets of Fushigi, the magic gravity ball. No strings, no tricks. Magic? Maybe. An illusion? You decide. You can make Fushigi defy gravity and appear to float in midair with maneuvers like the prayer cross, the enigma, levitation, and so many more. It floats, it levitates, it will confuse the senses with its mind-blowing movements. Young or old, big or small, anyone can Fushigi from the minute they pick up the magic gravity ball. And with a little practice, you can conquer Fushigi.
It's so amazing.
I think it's fabulous.
I get it now.
Everyone loves Fushigi, and you don't have to be a magician. It's relaxing, even therapeutic. Best of all, it's just amazing.
It floats.
It's awesome.
Fushigi.
From basic maneuvers to the advanced, even control more than one Fushigi at a time. You can do this. Mystify, amaze, and confuse your friends in just minutes. Now it's your turn to master Fushigi.
Fushigi!
It's sick. It's so much fun. I love it.
It's amazing!
I love it!
Me too!
My grandson, he's 16. He would love one of those. I want to buy it now.
Fushigi. Call now to order Fushigi.
In local news, Culver City is launching a new project aimed at getting unhoused people off the streets. It's called Project Home Key, and people will soon have a place to call home. 2 neighboring motels have been converted into 73 new temporary housing units. It took 1 year to change the motels into apartments, but not everyone is happy with the transformation. The mayor of Culver City tried to answer concerns.
Beginning of a long process, and know that the community needs to be patient moving forward. It's a learning process for us all. At the city level, we'll be monitoring it. We'll be sort of adjusting as we need. But I have full confidence with Exodus as well as the city's operational management of the facility. I think it'd be great.
Residents will have access to many services on site, including security, laundry, health monitoring, mental health clinicians, and case managers. Project Home Key has already provided housing for more than 8,000 people.
Good news for Latino theaters nationwide. A Los Angeles theater company is giving out millions of dollars in grants to support Latino theaters. The Los Angeles-based Latino theater company gave out $9 million in grants to 52 different Latino theaters. These theaters can now provide employment, run productions, and fund trips. The artistic director of the Latino theater company says it's important to invest in these small theaters.
We've finally been able to be seen or participate in a dialogue with funders and with the people in the country about the needs and the importance of Latino theaters in the United States.
Theaters in New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Santa Fe, and Denver are receiving grants, as well as 6 theaters in Puerto Rico. Marina, how's the fall weather going?
Thanks, Cheyenne. Happy Tuesday, everyone. It is another clear and sunny day in downtown Los Angeles with a temperature of 77 degrees and low humidity. Hopefully you're enjoying all this nice weather because the sun isn't going anywhere as we look ahead to the 5-day forecast. As you can see, temperatures will be uncharacteristically high for this time of year as we move throughout the week. With a Wednesday high of 87 and a low 65 in the evening, daytime temperatures will continue to rise through the mid-90s through Friday, while evening temps remain pretty static. Temperatures will begin to drop ever so slightly to the low 90s by Saturday and upper 80s by Sunday. It will be a picture-perfect parents' weekend, so enjoy all of the campus festivities and the home game this weekend. Fight on, Trojans.
Thank you so much. Some Viterbi students are enjoying life in the fast lane. Annenberg Media's Alexandra Goldberg caught up with them at USC's Racing Engineering Lab.
These students have a need for speed. This is the Viterbi School of Engineering's USC Racing.
We fully design, manufacture, and test our race car.
Third-year student Dylan Johnson is the composites lead, meaning she leads a team that manufactures everything that is carbon fiber on the race car. From the hood to the floorboard to the body panel, in-house 3D printing machines create the material.
And the benefit of that is that carbon fiber is very lightweight and it's very strong. So one, it will get us to be faster because it's going to decrease the weight on our car, but it's also going to keep our drivers safe.
The composite sub-team is dominated by women engineers. That's unusual.
I feel like motorsport is daunting for a lot of women because it's just not natural to be like, you know, when you're with your dad, or it's like I have a twin brother, and it's like, you know, sometimes you're not always pulled into like, oh, let's go into the garage and let's fix this, or let's go to this car race and watch it.
But she said the university teams like USC Racing inspire an inclusive environment for women to feel confident and gain experience before going into the motorsport industry.
And I feel like it's really about finding that kind of inner strength and inner confidence to firmly believe that. And that's hard. And you can start developing that in college, but even just those little pieces, like that's how we're going to get more women to enter the motorsport industry.
For second-year student Nia Williams, empowerment in this industry is all about those who came before you.
And it's like, okay, she can do it, and it's like, I'm gonna be just like her. It's just like, you got a role model there for you.
The team is in a months-long process of building a race car from scratch before hitting the road in May for their biggest competition of the year in Michigan. With Annenberg Media, I'm Alexandra Goldberg.
All right, well, speaking of racing, Caleb Williams has found himself in the middle of a Heisman race. In fact, he's found himself back in the driver's seat after a stellar performance last Saturday against Colorado. The Lakers and the Clippers both prepare to start their championship pushes this season. And which Rams wide receiver is breaking records through 4 games? All this next on ATVN Sports.
I'm working for an hourly wage. I went to high school, didn't do great. Still I gotta make more cash. More education is what I'm looking at. When I get a degree, I will make a bigger salary. So now I've got to see which college is right for me. I went on the internet and found Education Connection. I took some free tests to find out my direction. I'm taking my classes online, getting my degree on my own time. Education Connection matched me with the right college for free. Get connected for free with Education Connection. Get connected for free with Education Connection.
Log on now and get your free success kit worth $100. Log on now to educationconnectiontv.com. That's educationconnectiontv.com.
There's a new pet. Chia. Chia Pet, the pottery that grows. It's fun and easy. Soak your chia, spread the seeds, keep it watered, and watch it grow. And now grow a whole collection of fun with Chia teddy bears, puppies, kittens, rams, bulls. There's even a chia tree to keep your pets company. Chia Pets and Trees, the pottery that grows.
The Chia Pet and Chia Tree are available at Kmart, Rite Aid, Ames, and Woolworth. Makes a great gift.
All right, welcome back to ATVN. This is Sports. I'm Justin White.
And I'm Kern Rastogi. After his 6 touchdowns and 403 yards against Colorado, Caleb Williams was recognized as Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Week. But for Williams, the attention didn't just stop there. Williams made the top 25 for the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award, given to the top upperclassman quarterback. He also found himself at the front of the Heisman race once again, according to Las Vegas sportsbooks. Colorado's Coach Prime spoke highly of the Heisman.
You know, he had some throws that I'm sure he would have wanted back, but that kid is a flat-out baller, man. He is a difference maker. He makes them better. It was a pleasure for me to play against them and their head coach.
Williams is currently on pace to outdo his 2022 Heisman campaign, despite actually playing less football. He's thrown for 21 touchdowns and ran in 3 as well. He also has more passing yards through 5 games this year than he did last year. Here's what students had to say about his Heisman chances.
I think with his stats and his arm so far, I think for sure. He looks like a little mini Patrick Mahomes to me.
I would say between him and Penix right now are kind of like having their own Heisman race.
Competing with Washington and Oregon, it's going to be a shootout. We have the best gun as in Caleb Williams. I think that's going to help us a lot.
So Justin, Las Vegas and USC students both think he's going to repeat. What about you? What do you think?
I think absolutely. I mean, you said it already. He's outpacing his stats from last season. He's only thrown 1 interception so far this year. They're just crushing everybody. History is certainly not on his side. There's only been 1 repeat Heisman winner in college football history, Archie Griffin in the mid-'70s with Ohio State. But he's well on his way to being the second one to ever do it.
I mean, you said it, it's voter fatigue. That's what we're really worried about with Caleb. And I think that there are 2 real ways to get around that, right? One, obviously, is to just break records, right? He could challenge Joe Burrow for the passing touchdown record or his yards record. Or number 2 would be, make the college football playoff, right? If you're making a college football playoff, USC and Caleb Williams will automatically put up great stats. We know that they need to put up great stats in order to make the playoff. So by doing that, I think that the success combined with the statistics will win him a Heisman.
You know what else would help with that? Maybe a national championship. We'll see. But up in Chicago at the Windy City Classic, women's golf placed 9th while UCLA won the tournament. Sophomore Catherine Park finished tied 20th, the best finish for USC in the tournament. Junior Amari Avery finished tied 27th, and senior Brianna Navarrosa shot a team best 69 in the second round en route to finishing tied 49th. USC will face UCLA in the Battle of the Bell at Bel Air Country Club on October 12th.
And the Lakers and the Clippers both held their media day yesterday, with players having chances to talk about their success in the upcoming season. The media had their chance to take pictures of the players and interview them about the upcoming season. Clippers Kawhi Leonard spoke about staying healthy throughout the long season, while LeBron James spoke about his longevity throughout his career.
I just think it's having to stay focused and understanding being passionate about the purity of the game, and also understanding that if you want to be, great at something, you gotta put in the work, and there's no substitution for work.
All right, Justin, you heard King James with a big season coming up for both teams, and both of them having legitimate championship expectations. Who's gonna be better? Who's gonna take it?
Well, roster-wise, I think these are 2 teams that haven't changed much, but they've obviously had the offseason to gain some chemistry. That being said, Lakers made the Western Conference Finals last year. I see them making a bigger push than the Clippers at least.
I got the Clippers. I mean, the Clippers were 2 games away from making the NBA Finals. Obviously, the health risks of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are always a question mark, but I think that team is good enough, and I think maybe this is the year that Kawhi Leonard and Paul George can stay healthy throughout the playoffs.
All right, well, we'll see. Well, in football, the LA Rams rookie wide receiver Puka Nacua has taken the league by storm just 4 games into the season. Nacua, a 5th-round pick in this year's draft, has taken center stage since star receiver Cooper Kupp was placed on IR before the season started. The 22-year-old has 501 yards on 39 catches, currently outpacing Kupp's award and Super Bowl winning 2021 season. He caught his first career touchdown pass on Sunday, a game winner in overtime against the Colts. The Cougars and the Rams face tough challenge this week at SoFi Stadium as they're going to take on Jalen Hurts and the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. That's all from us on this Tuesday. Once again, I'm Justin White.
And I'm Kurt Mustogi. Thanks, Justin. We'll see you next time. Cheyenne, back over to you.
Combining her love for art and TikTok, this Roski student is giving thousands of followers a glimpse into her world.
I've replaced your shoelaces with fruit by the foot.
So you did. I replaced your fingers with fruit by the foot.
Bravo. I've replaced your bones with fruit by the foot.
Indeed you have. I replaced your guitar strings with fruit by the foot.
Seems like a step backwards, but alright. I've replaced your DNA with fruit by the foot. That would be end game, my friend.
Fruit by the foot. Fruit-flavored snack.
Are you guilty of driving while talking on your cell phone?
Hi, Billy Mays here for the Jupiter Jack. The most convenient hands-free device for any cell phone, guaranteed. Plug it into any phone and mount it on the dash. Preset your radio to 99.3 FM and you're ready to go. Jupiter Jack transmits quality sound through the speakers in your car. Instead of hearing music, you hear the other person. No plugs, no wires, no hands. Call now and get the Jupiter Jack for just $40. Order right now and we'll cut the price in half. You'll get the Jupiter Jack for only $19.99. As a bonus, we'll also include the Jupiter Jack phone mount. It mounts easily and adjusts to fit any shape or size phone. Just pay separate shipping and handling. That means you get the Jupiter Jack and the phone mount, a huge value, all for just $19.99.
Have your credit card ready and call 1-800-346-5231. But call now. We're giving away a bonus dashboard mount with all of today's orders. So call 1-800-346-5231. Call now.
Well, hello and welcome back to Startline, where we cover student-run businesses. I'm Safir Khan, and this week is all about art. Now, if your TikTok For You page is filled with satisfying art videos, you might have seen one of hers. With more than 100,000 followers and more than 7 million likes on TikTok, Roski student Daria Seferoglu started using the platform last year. From posting her art to her day in the life of a student videos, millions are drawn to her content, a feat that happened almost overnight. In fact, her very first post went viral, racking up almost 14 million views.
That one went viral and I was like, okay, I'm doing this for the rest of my life. I get a lot more critique on TikTok and social media than I do at school actually, because people are so honest with their ideas and they also share their own experiences, being like, oh, I didn't know I should go to art school until I watched your videos. So it's really nice connecting with people on the internet, just hearing all about their experiences based off of my own.
Now, balancing time as a full-time student and artist isn't easy, but Seferoglu turns this to her advantage, using her in-class art for her videos. And all the magic happens at USC Roski's very own art studios. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Daria and I'm a painter. Welcome to the art studio. This is a project that I'm currently working on. It's a panel that's going to be a double portrait, which is our current prompt for the studio painting and drawing class. This is like me kind of like praying to myself. So I like to kind of like imagine that a higher version of myself is directing my life. I grew up with all of the religions at the same time, and I think that is something that really inspires my art. Kind of thinking how everything was once an energy and then it's shaped into something material is a subject that I like to explore in my art.
Now, if you want to check her out, her username is @SightGod. You can find her on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure to give her a follow.
Thanks for watching Annenberg TV News. From everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Cheyenne Dixon.
And I'm Aiden Williams. For more coverage, watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Annenberg Media. Thank you and good night.